Pisces, welcome to your reading. Welcome to my channel, Scorpio Moon Tarot. So we'll go ahead and get into this, Pisces. We'll start with your astrology cards. It's the Yin card. So it says intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. And then we have all of the signs here: Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. Pisces. I feel like you need to learn or maybe relearn, or something here is going on with your intuition. It feels like your intuition, you don't trust it. Like it could be giving you instructions or giving you a vibe of someone or whatever it is. It feels like your intuition is trying to communicate with you, but you just straight up don't trust your intuition. At the bottom of the deck for the astrology cards, we do have air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. It could be you've been more logically based for a period, so trusting your intuition, trusting your gut is kind of seem a little foreign to you. But with the Hanged Man here in the reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Two of Crystals in reverse, with the Seven of Cups here, with the Five of Blades at the bottom of the deck, it's giving me untrustworthy vibes when it comes to your intuition. It feels like with the Hanged Man here and the Queen of Cups here in the reverse, your perception on something is a little off. Maybe it could be just your internal world perception is off. Like this is like how you view your spiritual life, how you view your intuition, how you interpret your emotions. Or it could be the outside world that you kind of have a skewed perception of. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll ask a little later, but I'm not sure. But it just feels like I don't know, my ears feel weird. Like maybe there might be some communication from the spiritual side trying to come through with you, but maybe you don't trust that type of energy, or you don't believe or have that type of belief, which would be really weird since you're at a tarot reading. But it feels like maybe there's some sort of emotional imbalance, like your intuition. Like we have the Seven of Cups here. Like I feel like this message is all over the place because you yourself, Pisces, are in a period of confusion. You, with the Two of Crystals here in reverse with the Seven of Cups, this is already telling me that there are decisions that you need to make in your life, but you've been reluctant to make them because you feel like you don't know which way to go. But it also feels like your intuition is trying to tell you which way to go, but for some reason you're confused. Or maybe again you're not trusting your intuition because maybe on the surface some of your options look better than the other, or some options don't look good enough for you, or something like that, where you're kind of viewing things in a more shallow way and you're not like looking deeper. Like it's like you're paying more attention to the glitz opposed to going beneath and seeing what this really is behind this veil, behind this wall, this pretty thing. Like what's behind this pretty thing? Is it just pretty, or is there something deeper there, something more nurturing there? It feels like something along those lines, if that makes sense. It also feels like, Pisces, that you're quite content feeling a little confused or disconnected, or a little emotionally imbalanced, because he's just hanging here looking like he's having a good time. He's doing ballet and he's not worried about the future. He's not worried about his own self-awareness, but as a matter of fact, he's looking in the opposite direction of where he ought to be looking. And maybe that is you, Pisces. You're looking everywhere but where you need to look. Like you're looking at all these outside sources, gathering information from the outside when you need to be gathering information from the inside. Like you have all the answers in house, but you're looking for everything outside of your house. And even on a mental level, Pisces, it feels like things might be a little clear, but there's still like some clouds distorting your even your mental awareness, your mental judgment. And this could be due to your inability to be more open. You could be stuck in a certain way of believing, a certain way of living, a certain way of communicating, a certain way of, like, you're just kind of set in your ways. And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to open up, number one, with the Hanged Man here. And we have open mindedness. So it feels like you need to kind of broaden your horizons, Pisces, but you're reluctant to do that because maybe it's uncomfortable, maybe it's just not what you're used to doing. It also feels like with the 5 of Blades here, there's like an element of manipulation here. I don't know if you're manipulating yourself or this is someone outside of you that's manipulating you or you're doing the manipulating, but there's just an undertone of manipulation. And if you're manipulating yourself, this to me is a form of delusion. Like you're not seeing things clearly, which would make sense because we have the 7 of Cups here, and this talks about confusion, having too many options, too many, too much is going on emotionally where you can't understand or see the bigger picture or get a grasp of what option you need to pick. I'm not gonna lie, also, Pisces, I get a bit of an element of laziness too, which would make sense because like I said earlier, it feels like you're comfortable in this like hanged man position where you're not really like allowing yourself to be open, you're not seeing things clearly, you're not open, like you're focused on everything else but what you need to be focused on. And here we're talking about receptivity and open mindedness. So I feel like, look, this is weird. I feel like your intuition is trying to guide you. Number one, Pisces. Number two, your attention is everywhere else but where it needs to be. You're looking for validation. You're looking for whatever it is you need currently, especially in the emotional realm. You're looking for it outside of yourself when you have all the answers inside of you. Your intuition is giving you the answers, but you discount what your intuition is telling you or you push it aside because you want to hear everything else everyone else is saying for some reason. And not maybe this is just how you've done it for your whole life. You've let other people determine what your actions should be or how you should behave or how you should feel when you need to really be doing that for yourself. I don't know. This is kind of strange and it feels like there are decisions that you need to make, Pisces, but because your energy is everywhere but where it needs to be, you're giving yourself you've been feeling more confused. It's just confusion on top of confusion. But I feel like you have the control, you have the the reins of power here, but you're not utilizing it. And it's really weird because Pisces is very intuitive, but I also do understand that Pisces can sometimes go a little overboard into the realm of fantasy and delusion, and maybe that's what's going on here, Pisces, which would explain the confusion, which would explain the manipulation, which would explain why you're looking for outside sources instead of getting all that you need or all the answers that you have that are already inside of you. Like I feel like you're doing too much, like you're taking maybe too much action again outside when you should be more receptive specifically to your intuition and allow it to guide you, because I feel like it's trying to guide you in the right direction. I mean, yeah, look at this. More receptive energy with the Empress. So you should be receiving instead of like going out here trying to do everything or whatever it is you're doing. I honestly don't know what you're doing, Pisces. This is just very kind of strange energy. Yeah. I feel like you should be in a more receptive energy, which would be the Queen of Cups in reverse because it's a feminine energy. So, feminine energy is welcoming and receiving whatever it is they need. Your intuition is giving you whatever it is you're looking for, but you're not receiving it. And you're confusing yourself, maybe even creating miscommunication between your intuition and yourself because you're looking outside of yourself for the answers that are already within, Pisces. All right, Pisces. That's all I have for you. I feel like anything that you're currently looking for as far as answers and guidance, you'll find that within yourself. Watching more tarot card readings that's not going to give you the answers you're looking for because you already have the answers. You just need to be open to receiving the answers and also learning how to trust your intuition because that's something you're not doing. And because you're looking outside of yourself, you're creating more confusion for yourself, and the decisions that you need to make it are kind of at a standstill because you don't know which way to go because you're confused. But you have all the answers internally. So you it may help or be beneficial for you to meditate to kind of silence yourself and kind of get rid of everyone else's suggestions and find what you need inside. Let it be an in-house job. You know what I mean? Anywho, hopefully that resonates. If not, maybe I'll catch you in the next one, Pisces.